Good morning and welcome to the University of Cincinnati. My name is Ryan Harder. I'm an admissions officer here at UC as well as a proud graduate of the class of 2009. What we're going to do here today is go through about a half-hour presentation highlighting the admissions requirements to the University of Cincinnati, facts, figures, and programs, essentially everything and anything you want to know about UC. So our first slide here is some general facts about the University of Cincinnati. Now, UC brought in this fall our largest enrollment in the history of the University of Cincinnati, over 41,000 students. So nearly 200 years of being Bearcats. We brought in our largest class this year. So we're very excited about that, offering fantastic programs for our students. Now, let's break that down a little bit. Of those students, about 19,600 are full-time undergraduate students on main campus. So that's going to be the number you're going to see tossed around most often. Of those students, we have over 2,000 international students as well, bringing in students from over 100 different countries and all 50 states to UC. Now, although we are a very large university, being the second largest university in the state of Ohio, we still have a 16-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, and you should expect that about 50% of your first-year classes will have less than 20 students in them. So, although we are offering a lot of extra opportunities because of our size and scope, we can still give our students that one-on-one attention if they are struggling inside or outside of the classroom. Now, of those 41,000 students, we are spread out over 5 campuses. Main campus is where we're talking about today, where a majority of your bachelor degree programs will be housed. You also have our medical campus right up the road here on MLK Junior Boulevard. That houses our colleges of medicine, pharmacy, allied health sciences, and nursing. So a select number of our undergraduate students will spend time on that campus. We also have 2 branch campuses, Raymond Walters College and Claremont College, where all of our associate degrees are awarded. And last but not least, our Victory Parkway campus, where a very few number of our College of Engineering and Applied Science courses are taught. However, a vast majority of those are going to be on main campus. And one of my favorite things about the presentation we have here today is in last spring, the University of Cincinnati was ranked by Forbes magazine as one of the world's 14 most beautiful campuses, on the lines of Harvard, Oxford in England, as well as the University of Virginia. So we're very excited about that, but as President Williams always says, we're more than just a pretty face. In fact, the University of Cincinnati has 13 undergraduate colleges, programs ranging from architecture to design, fashion. You have engineering and applied science, business, and nursing. So really anything you want to at your fingertips. We offer over 300 programs of study and over 100 bachelor degree programs here. Now, if your particular program is not offered at UC, we do offer a program called the Center for Exploratory Studies. So if you're completely not sure what you want to do, it's okay at 17 not to know. We understand. How this program works is you'll apply essentially as undecided. Throughout your first year on campus, what we'll do is walk you through personality and career tests. You'll meet with advisors of different colleges, as well as sit through courses like any other student on campus. And then the goal of that is to really help you find what skills and aptitudes you have and what kind of programs the university can offer you. Through that time, you will have an academic advisor that will work with you one-on-one, and in most cases, those students still graduate within 4 years with their bachelor's degree. So a lot of time, it's not going to delay degree completion, which is nice as well. Also, the University of Cincinnati has dozens of nationally recognized faculty. Now, this is primarily due to our ranking as a top 25 public research university. So what that means for your student is that as soon as your first year on campus, you can start actively researching with professors. Now, that's inside the classroom, that's doing work in labs, and that's also doing work outside. For instance, we have students doing excavation of burial mounds in Southeast Ohio, students doing research on glaciers in Antarctica and Alaska, really making sure we're giving our students opportunities to get that classroom time and then work with their professors in the field. Also, I think it shows the University of Cincinnati gives our students opportunities that are not focused locally, regionally, statewide, or nationally, but literally internationally with the kinds of programs, the kinds of opportunities, and the kinds of experiences we can provide you while you're attending the university. Also, undergraduate research offers our students great opportunities to build resumes, to get fantastic letters of recommendation from their professors, and really get connected within that field that they plan on studying. Also, the University of Cincinnati has a fantastic honors program. Each year, we bring in hundreds of students to participate in our honors program, essentially giving our students extra opportunities both inside and outside of the classroom through the 4 pillars of honors program, which are leadership, global engagement, research, and community engagement, as well as the arts. So really making sure that these honor students are provided additional opportunities, specialized courses, as well as specialized study abroad and research opportunities that the general student body does not always have access to. Now, the incoming freshman class from last year averaged about a 32 on the ACT, to give you an idea of what the honors program is looking at for those scores. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, I'm a graduate of the University of Cincinnati, I know a lot of these things. However, when you get to talk to students, a lot of times they'll ask what are the top programs at the University of Cincinnati. UC is known historically for our programs in DAPS, or Architecture and Design programs. We're known for our College Conservatory of Music, as well as our College of Engineering and Applied Science. However, as I mentioned before, we have 13 different colleges on campus, many of them just as highly ranked as those, so it is important to realize what we're known for, but also the different opportunities we can offer them. Now, transitions. In autumn of 2012, the University of Cincinnati will be transitioning from quarters to semesters. Now, the goal of this is to have a common academic calendar across the entire state of Ohio. During this time, however, the university has pledged there's going to be no loss of academic progress. It's not going to take you any longer to graduate, no degree completion delay, and it's not going to cost you any extra money. So they're doing a fantastic job to make sure we're prepared for that transition. The university actually hired 22 new academic advisors this past fall to essentially help students through that process of getting ready to graduate. As long as your students work with their academic advisor throughout that time, there should be no problem with that transition. Integrated core learning. A lot of universities are going to discuss the things that integrated core learning encompasses, but the University of Cincinnati takes that a step further. What these are is our learning experiences are experiential, they're global, they're interactive, and really making sure our students are getting experience both inside and outside of the classroom. That could be through cooperative education, which I'll discuss shortly. That could be through internships, undergraduate research, global engagement, really making sure that we have fantastic opportunities here. The integrated core learning is highlighted by three important things here. First, great beginnings. All of our students participate in learning communities. Now, what these are is we take 20 to 25 students, and throughout your entire first year at UC, you're going to have at least 2 classes with that core group. The ultimate goal of this is to really help you acclimate to the college experience. It's a great way for you to meet people if you're not from the Cincinnati area. Also, these groups are students mixed from all different backgrounds, so we're really making sure we're getting our students outside of their comfort zone, getting to meet people, and maybe looking at things from different viewpoints. It's also a fantastic way to get to meet people within your field, because all of these students are going to be studying the same program. So really helping you create your own community within your particular college. It also helps take a university of 19,000 undergraduate students and break it down into much smaller, more manageable core groups. You also will have courses in most colleges with your academic advisor through these learning communities, so it's a great way to help with that transition as well and to utilize what we have provided for you. Next, we have the Mid-Collegiate Launch specialized writing course that is geared towards a particular program you're studying. Obviously, a mechanical engineering student does not need some of the same writing and communication skills as a comparative literature student. So it's really digging down deeper and giving you those extra skills that you'll need for your program. And last but not least, we have our interdisciplinary capstone experience. Every program at the University of Cincinnati has a capstone course that you're required to take. Now, this course could be a 10-page paper, it could be a small group project, something pretty standard, or it could be something much, much more. And that's what we encourage our students to do. A lot of professors will walk into that capstone experience and say to you, okay, you've been here for 4 or 5 years, you've studied these courses, what are we going to do with this? So really give our students that flexibility to be able to showcase to themselves, to their peers, to the university, to potential employers what they've actually learned at UC. Some examples of that experience are in our College of Design, Architecture, Art, and Planning. Our fashion students went over to the College of Medicine and redesigned the hospital gowns. We've had students in the College of Applied Science build a Formula One race car from scratch. It's actually taking all the things you've learned, the experiences you've had, the communications you've built, and the people you've met, and actually being able to create something with that. So a really nice way to sum up your experience at UC. I also think it's a fantastic opportunity for walking into that first job interview to come fresh off of a capstone experience where you've actually learned and taken what you learned and actually applied that to a real life experience. And coworkers and employers are not going to be asking you how you did in Biology 102 or in a mechanical engineering course. They want to know what you've done with that experience and what kind of opportunities you've taken advantage of, and the capstone is a fantastic way to build that in. Now, real-world education. I discussed co-op briefly. Cooperative education, how it works, it's alternating quarters of work and class. So by the time you graduate from the University of Cincinnati, not only will you have your bachelor's degree, but you're also going to have over 1 full year of work experience under your belt. Now, with that in mind, it will take you 5 years to get your bachelor's degree here at UC instead of the traditional 4-year program. However, it's not going to cost you any additional money because when you're on co-op, you're working a full-time 40-hour-a-week job and not paying any tuition. Now, speaking of working a full-time job, all of our cooperative education experiences at UC are paid, and most students make anywhere from $40,000 to $60,000 during their time at UC. So that's money you can use to offset tuition, that's money that can be used for living costs, that's money that students can save. I had a student that I went to school with, had all of his school paid for with scholarships, and they actually just bought a new car when he graduated with his degree. So it's really up to you what you're going to do with that money. So it's nice that it doesn't come through student accounts or financial aid or the scholarship office. It's completely up to you what you want to do with that money. Now, of course, getting paid is fantastic. That's what a lot of students want to know about. But more importantly, it's about the experience. To actually graduate with your bachelor's degree and over 1 full year of experience is really going to help set you aside during that first job interview. So it's really going to give you an opportunity to showcase your skills to those potential employers, once again to get great letters of recommendation, to really be able to use those references that you've built during your time on co-op. Also, the ultimate goal of co-op is to be able to take what you're learning in the classroom and apply it into the actual workplace and vice versa. So it's actually using both of those skills to make both experiences more beneficial for you. Now, if your program does not offer co-op, because not every college does, we do offer other experiences, including clinicals if you're looking at nursing. You have student teaching for education, internships for some of our arts and sciences and criminal justice programs, as well as performance and CCM, and then, of course, undergraduate research, which is spread across multiple colleges here at UC. Now, if you're interested in cooperative education, you have a couple of opportunities. The College of Design, Architecture, Art, and Planning requires co-op in our architecture and design programs. So fashion design, industrial design, graphic communication design, as well as architecture are going to have required cooperative education experiences. Also, our College of Engineering and Applied Science, all programs in that college require co-op. So all of those are going to be 5-year mandatory. Now, the College of Business, the College of Arts and Sciences, and the College of Nursing offer optional co-ops as part of graduation. So by no means required to do so. However, we encourage all of our students to take advantage of co-op and really make that 4-year or 5-year experience here worthwhile. Now, as you see, we have nearly 5,000 students participating in co-op across 16 different countries in 1,500 different companies. So you don't have to co-op in Cincinnati. You can co-op in New York, Chicago, LA, or Tokyo, Japan. It's really up to you where you want to take that experience. I actually knew a student in the College of Business in Operations Management. He co-opted with a car company in Germany. The first day on the job, they gave him a set of keys on the factory floor and said, "Pick your car." So that's an experience right there. Don't want to give the impression that every co-op is going to give you a free car, but on top of the learning experience, on top of getting paid, and of course the education experience, the life experience is a very important part of that as well. To be able to experience something different, to see how different companies do it, to see how different places do it, and really take that all into account as well. Now, as you can see as well, students last year earned collectively over $35 million at the University of Cincinnati, right into their pockets, and really making fantastic experiences here. Now, cooperative education started in 1906 right here at the University of Cincinnati. So, first university in the entire world to, as part of your academic program, require that you actually work in the field. Novel idea, right? So we've been doing this for over 100 years. The University of Cincinnati still has one of the top 10 largest public co-ops, as well as the number 4 rated co-op in the country by U.S. News and World Report. So we're extremely excited about that. It really shows that the University of Cincinnati is not resting on our laurels. It's not something we used to do well or we did in the past. We're cutting edge with this opportunity and really making sure our students are getting the best experiences possible.